Pleasure. And Mr. Richard Rouse, or Councillor Richard Rouse, the Mayor of Andover. So Tim, this is quite a special day today, isn't it?
Well, it's very special for Andover, and I think it's very special for the servicemen who are here, because it really is our opportunity to thank our service people. And if I may, I might say a few words.
Certainly.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, may I start, please, by explaining to you my role here today. I'm a Deputy Lieutenant of Hampshire, and I'm representing the Lord Lieutenant. The Lord Lieutenant is Her Majesty the Queen's representative in Hampshire. Therefore, I am here to represent the Crown. I know Nigel Atkinson, who is Hampshire's Lord Lieutenant, is very sorry he is elsewhere today. In fact, his daughter's getting married, so I think that's a reasonable excuse. But he has asked me to say how sorry he is that he cannot be present. Can I thank you all, please, for attending this afternoon. Our servicemen and servicewomen really appreciate your support. Today is an important occasion that will see events like this taking place across the country in honour and to support those who serve and have served in our armed forces. Events like this and the flags here remind us of the debt of gratitude we owe to them all, especially those who are currently serving in the regular forces and reserves, as well as their families. Many of them are presently deployed throughout the world, and we salute their professionalism, dedication and courage. The county of Hampshire is the home of all three services. Their families live here, their children go to our schools. Their veteran organisations are widely supported, and they are all part of our community in every respect. I was told the other day that 25% of the armed services either live or work in Hampshire. And as a Deputy Lieutenant, I have had the privilege to meet many of our servicemen and women, and I know how much they value the support of local communities. It means an enormous amount to them, knowing that their home base is a welcoming and safe environment for them and their families. I would therefore like to thank, on behalf of Her Majesty's Lord Lieutenant, Test Valley Borough Council, Andover Council, Andover Radio, local businesses, residents, and in particular the marvellous organisers, particularly Maurice and David, for all that you do in support of the armed forces. It is much appreciated. Thank you.
We now welcome onto the stage our military veterans in no particular order. Gary Hicks, Queen's Lancashire Regiment, Remy. WO2 Ben Morris, Adjutant General's Corps. Steph West, Royal Navy Clearance Diver. Lance Corporal Woods, Remy. Sergeant Wright, Remy. Trooper Brown. Sergeant Smith, Remy. Driver Mick James, Royal Corps of Transport. Squadron Leader Jim Neal. Teresa Tinsley, Women's Royal Army Corps. Captain Duncan Powell, Remy. Robbie Gow, Queen's Own Highlanders. Elaine Wright, Women's Royal Army Corps. Paul Martin, Royal Signals. Sapper Maurice Sweeney. Lance Corporal Adrian Smith. Chief Petty Officer Barry Allen, Royal Navy. Corporal John Riding Woods. Squadron Leader Alec Brown, RAF. Colonel Clive Ward, Remy. WO1 Alexander Gillis, Arimi. Rifleman Richard Noyce, Royal Green Jacket. Corporal Leach, Remy. And finally, your host for this evening, Squadron Leader Neil Nose from the Army Air Corps. Oh, hang on, this is a latecomer. Let's do this properly. Rank and name, sir? Paul. Close enough. And Paul. So before we have some words from the Mayor of Andover, I think it'd be an appropriate moment for us to put our hands together to give thanks to those people that have served for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, the veterans who have served this country in the British Armed Forces. Your work is much appreciated.
I'd like to invite the Mayor of Andover now, Councillor Richard Rales, to say a few words.
Thank you, Neil. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all enjoying the day today. Obviously we've got all these this fantastic array of veterans here, including Neil, who I've known for a while. I just thought I would be brief today, but today is a way of noting the service of those that are still currently in our armed forces, and also our veterans. It's important to remember the sacrifices that they've made. For many have sacrificed everything. Sometimes their physical and mental well-being as well for their country, and for that there can be no higher honour that any of us should bestow on anyone. Let's give them all a big round of applause, please. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andover's veterans.